she was afraid of him. And he said, he didn't say anything. And then next morning I heard it again. And so I confronted him again. And when I would come home from work, I worked at a local university, and I would go to feed my dogs. And as I would go to get the dog food, I'd hear high-powered weapons shooting towards my barn at close range to me. I knew who it was. Calling the police, I called the police about 200 times. Called DNR about 200 times. And so that night I called them again. I said, these people are shooting at me. They want to intimidate me, attack me. And they would file a report and they'd leave. They said, we don't see anything. And they would go in the woods. Of course, by the time they come down a long dirt road that I live on, these hunters would just go through the woods to the trailer park about a half a mile away, and they would be safe. So eventually, I did have one of the hunters arrested for trespassing. And unfortunately, he had a friend, a brother-in-law in the local sheriff's department, Lawrence County Sheriff's Department. They didn't like that one bit. And so I got an attorney, just said, I've got to do something with all these hunters. And DNR agents and law enforcement, they told me, well, you need to evidence these people on your property. So a dog came onto my property, a hunting dog with a tracking device on his neck. I'm an animal lover, so I have not frightened dogs. So I took the collar off. It was a Saturday night. They were shooting all around me. I could hear dogs in the background. I took the collar off. I didn't want them to surround my house, so I took the collar to a university where I worked and locked it in my office. This was around 11 o'clock at night. I called my attorney, I called some people, I couldn't get in touch with people, so I just left it there. The hunters were able to get the local sheriff's department and the campus police to go through 3 locked doors and get the collar. This was at midnight in a university campus. So I heard rumors that I would be arrested for petty larceny. So I went to the magistrate and I said, I got that collar. I knew it was a tracking device on it. To get a restraining order against him. I had DNR agents that testify against me. One even said, well, she said her dog should win a trophy for biting me. So, ridiculous stuff. And the DNR agent got on the stand and said something like that. And it's just been just a sheer hell living in rural South Carolina. And I joined the organization called the Committee to Abolish Sport Hunting. And that was the only relief I got, because you're considered a pariah in these small towns where you live if you say anything against hunting, if you say it's wrong. I was just talking with my boss the other day. He said, you know where I got happy? I said, what? I got an alligator hunting license. So it is entrenched. It's in their blood to hunt. You can put up signs. You can have them arrested. And usually they got Uncle Bubba in the sheriff's department who is looking out for them. The case, we did not win against the one lone hunter we tried to get the restraining order against. The sheriff's department called my attorney, asked him to please lose the case. He also called the judge. And of course, we didn't get that case. We didn't get our restraining order. So you got corruption, you got a hunting society, you got it entrenched in the system, and we need help. We need to get legislation to make dog hunting illegal across this country. It is, I've heard animals screaming. Again, it's a living hell. Because we need to get the word out. Because there's other people out there who have been arrested on Hunter harassment, and they don't know where to go. I did a search on the internet, and I saw Jan's case, and that connected me to Kathy. It connected to us. There must be about 9 or 10 of us now. So what you can do for us is get the word out. Tell everybody you know about these cases. Let them know what's going on. Okay? Because it's like DNR and police are taking away our private property rights. Thank you. But we've been going to hell. And it's like you have no relief. You call the police, they're in the police department. You call DNR. DNR, most of the money they receive comes from hunters. Hunting licenses. That's their livelihood. That's how they make a living. You know, they don't want anything, don't say anything against hunters. The magistrates, most of them, I went to one magistrate, he had deer heads all over the wall. Department of Natural Resources. Department of Natural Resources. Pro-hunters. And I talked to the director of South Carolina. South Carolina, it's so entrenched. They a senator just created a law against dog hunters. It's not really against dog hunters. It's just a minor law. But he's a dog hunter, so he decided to create a sort of a softy law so that it wouldn't have much power. Senator McGill in South Carolina. So you got people, representatives who won't do anything. And if you're a female, and if you are an African American female, if you have land, oh Lord. First of all, she doesn't need that land. She's a black woman. Well, she doesn't have it. What is she doing down there? Why is she telling us no? Who does she think she is? So, we're fighting an uphill battle. So if there's anything you guys can do, if you know Oprah, okay, I'm going to meet Oprah's hairdresser tomorrow to do some stuff for me. I'm going to listen. Can you get a part of anyone who will get yours? Larry King, or he's about to go, but anybody. Anderson Cooper. Please, we need to get the word out. Hunting season is coming, and we're going to face hell. Not only in South Carolina, but all across this country. Michigan, Pennsylvania, everywhere. Thanks. I know in Europe, they have the hunt fair. I was wondering if you guys have thought maybe doing those sorts of tactics where, say, they grow the scent, a different scent, so the dogs follow a different trail, all sorts of things. That's it. I've heard of that, but I really don't know a lot about it. But we need people to come and help us. I'm one lone female in South Carolina. You guys have a that's cash.com, cash.org, C.A.S.H.org, Committee to Abolish Sport Hunting, which the flyers up here. The flyers up here, you can say.
My name is Dr. Limar. Just want to add a statement. I'm the founder of the Global Immunity Coalition. I would like you to join us. And the situation is much deeper rooted than we think. For example, New Jersey has the lowest number of hunters, like 0.8% instead of 5%. But the New Jersey state constitution clearly states that the Fish and Game Commission's Wildlife Management Policy Second Team, 11 voting members, at least 6 must be hunters. It is a totally rigged situation. Mr. Obama, supposedly the most powerful man in the world, he's not even the most powerful man in your country. He's the biggest puppet in your country. And he's got 5 puppet masters: oil, meat, insurance, pharmaceuticals, and hunting. And so hunting runs your country, and you've got to fight it on that level. Thank you very much.
I have a question. I don't know a lot about this year. I actually just learned about cash maybe months before coming to this conference. But why would you need a hunting license to be on your own land? I don't understand. I will address that. Okay. The Hunter Harassment Law is designed for people against hunting animal rights activists or any other person. By buying a hunting license, it makes me a hunter. Therefore, it's very rare to be able to arrest another hunter for hunter harassment. I can use that as an excuse to say, oh, I'm on my own property, so not a place to hunt. When I truly have no intention of hunting at all. I love the deer on my property and stuff, but that's one way to beat them at their own game. Unfortunately, it puts money in their pocket.
And so if you were on your own land and you were distracting hunters or making noise, that's illegal?
It is illegal if the intent is there. But it's like I said, supposedly in our country, you're innocent until proven guilty, but with the hunter harassment, you're guilty until you prove your innocence.